pushing it to the limit just yet, but I like the way the cars have felt so far and the show that we're hopefully going to put on. And so I'm excited for the Open to see how those guys work their way in and through the rounds. And then once the track really cools off tonight, once it gets around 8:30, 9 o'clock, we're going to be able to hold it wide open easily for 10 laps. But then it's a question of, can you hold it wide open with old tires and back in dirty air? And so that's when it's really going to change the race.
You know, Amy and I were talking earlier, and we found one of our fans online that had a fan question for you. And so we had @SynthRedneck, which is the best username ever. He said, what will visibility be like with that huge spoiler? 6 inches in the middle, 8 inches on the side. Is it block your vision a little bit? How does it look out of the rear view mirror?
It blocks it a little bit, but it's just because it's so big and different versus a spoiler that you see on the 10th anniversary Ford from Stewart-Haas. You know, when your eye looks out the back mirror and you see what you see normally, and then if it's restricted, you're like, oh no, I gotta find to make sure where the blind spots are and to make sure you keep track of everybody back there. And that's what you have to do at all restrictor plate races, and that's the way that this car is driving. You gotta do enough driving out the front, and you gotta do enough driving out the back to keep track of everything.
Yeah, those spotters really come in handy tonight then.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be making their money, and I've been having them watch tape and from the practices, but also the Open. The Open is gonna be the best place to learn things, but yet the track isn't quite ready. It's not gonna be the same as it will be for, you know, the A-Main guys, the Monster Energy All-Star race later tonight.
It's definitely not ready right now because we have all these beautiful fans out here. How you guys doing? Keeping the track
We do have a
warm.
slight issue. We got Porta-Johns in turn 1. Porta-Johns, watch out for those.
Clint Boyer was asking, he's like, are they going to leave those on there?
Like,
May as well.
Pit stops. You never know what's going to happen at the All-Star race. Never ever know.
But I know Amy and I were talking, Amy, about some of the social media adventures that Kurt's been having.
So we, of course, follow you. If you don't follow us yet on NASCAR Trackside Live, it's @NASCAR Trackside, which I know all of you
Need to
follow
click the
us,
follow
right?
now.
Oh, look at that. I
Right.
like Kurt going for it.
So @NASCAR Trackside follows Mr. Kurt Busch over here, and saw that you have been having some really great trips with the military recently.
It was insane. It was set up through Charlotte Motor Speedway, but to visit the Marines at Camp Lejeune, I didn't know what I was volunteering for. I was just going there to say thanks, to give away some swag for Monster Energy, but it turned into a full simulator of a parachute jump. Then it turned into a special assault craft, this boat, and we're all geared up in full-on military camo. We have all of our equipment, and we're actually doing a sneak assault attack on the media that showed up that day. And they gave me the long rifle. Like I was shooting a 200-yard shot at the media, and then we were coming in to ambush them with short-range guns after that, all stealth mode. It was really, really neat, though, to see the professionalism of the military men and women who are in each specific category, and then you meet the elite that have graduated through all the different ranks, and it really makes you proud to be an American, to see these men and women commit their lives to our freedom, and that's really what it was all about. And I was moved by it. And so next week it's going to be great to see a lot of them come here to the race. That's what really we were doing. We're handing out free tickets to the families at Camp Lejeune to make it over here for the big 600-mile race next week.
That'll be incredible. We're going to be here also. We can't wait to give them a warm welcome with you as well. That wasn't the only military trip you took. You also were able to go visit the Tomb of the Unknown Soldiers. That was really moving.
I was told to go to Washington, D.C. Monster Energy's CEO was there to present an award with USO, a military organization, to give it to Brian France for the impacts that they're making for the military. And a special detour was to go to the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, and I was blown away. I didn't know. I mean, we had to go through the protocol of 4 paces, count 4 seconds, turn left. Well, that was no problem, turning left. And then we hung the wreath onto the Tomb of the Unknown, and to have that special moment of being that close to all of the military members that we've lost over the years, and that amount of professionalism, I was almost down to a knee. I was pretty choked up. and that's a special treat. I hadn't been to DC for a special trip like that in many, many years, and that is of a high-ranking time in my life to be able to do that. So I really want to thank the military for allowing me to do such.
That was a really, really special opportunity. So let's talk a little bit about some of the memories of the All-Star Race. Of course, 2010 win for you here at the All-Star Race. This is the home track race, right, for most of the drivers. What is that experience like, getting to win here at Charlotte at what is, you know, the home track of NASCAR?
This is the biggest bragging right weekend of all weekends for all the teams. And we're all based here. I mean, Stewart-Haas Racing is, I think, 4 miles from here. All of our employees will be here. There's over 400 that work on the Stewart-Haas Racing Fords. And with it being our 10-year anniversary, we're celebrating big time. Right now, Harvick is on fire. Boyer has a win. We're in the top 5 in points. Amarola is knocking on the door. It is a great time to be a Stewart-Haas Racing employee, and to win this All-Star race is huge bragging rights. So I hope that we do everything right tonight, and we find the right holes with the draft, with the way the cars are racing, and we're able to bring it home to victory lane, especially for Monster 2. Them sponsoring this race, I'm running the crazy helmet cam, so you basically get to see everything that I screw up. I'm not nervous at all. But it's a lot of fun having the helmet cam on there and showing new angles and new perspectives for everybody, whether you're here live in person or you're watching it at home on TV.
Do you guys like that helmet cam? Getting to watch that? I think it's really one of the coolest things because we get to see what you see.
Yeah, watch your hand gestures though.
Yeah, I've given up on flipping everybody off. It really doesn't do
They know,
much
they
anymore.
know.
Yeah, they just know now. But no, I had to put a little extra foam in the headrest to try to, you know, not be such a bobblehead when we're out there bouncing around. Some tracks are really smooth and you don't have that issue, and then there's other tracks that I don't notice how bumpy they are, and you want that camera to be nice and smooth for the viewers to watch.
So